how I roll now. No reasonable doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Choose to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Shoes, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I became 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Your life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tips. So they see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss the death, for protecting that. 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss the death, for protecting that. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I became 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 9 to 6. You were shook when breeze and know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Prescott. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Under.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Switch is 8. We go 47. We go 47. 26.
Prescott off play action. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here we go, 46.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Prescott now on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
46. 46. Here we go. 46. 46.
Third and long for Prescott. He's going to let this one go for left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is?
And he's going to go down again. Dante Fowler in there to drop him. And back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Black. 2.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins, forced out to his left. Got a man. He finds Sanders. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Keep 15. Gun. Here we go, 47, 46.
Throwing. Prescott escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
Off the play fake, Prescott looking downfield for Jones. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Cincinnati. 46 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go, 46.
Penny, the first down carry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go, get out. Switch and 8.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Get out. Gun. Switch and 8. Here we go, 47.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Alex Okafor in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Going deep downfield for Ross. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On play action, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be first red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now Bell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
throwing. Cousins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are in for 6. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Get out. Gun. It's coming now.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Get out. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Second down, Prescott. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that's caught inside the 35. Golden Tate's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Golden Tate, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Cousins on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Kareem Martin coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They go play action. Cousins. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Play action now. Cousins. And some room to maneuver. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
On fourth down, they do snap it to Cousins. This is caught. It's Cooks. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
Let's go.
On first and 10, Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. A second down throw for Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Cousins going to come up on a first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the red zone now, Cousins dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Cousins now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now it's Murphy. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Get out. 46. Switch and 8. Here we go, 46. Switch and 8. Here we go, 46. 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go, 46. Good. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half. Prescott. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. Jamal Agnew now to return it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And this one is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you got to make that throw, right? Yeah. That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Webb to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Stacy McGee in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
46. Gun.
Prescott now. Buying time to his left. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
The pitch goes to Penny. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Webb. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Forbath will put this one through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Hey, 47. You go 47.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Forbath to add the extra point. Forbath, the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Looking deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alex Okafor in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First down, it's Webb. Going deep downfield for Ross. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
He got 29 yards that time. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On second down, Webb. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A play fake. Now Webb. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he is going to lose yardage here.
Hey, 47, let's go. Get out, get out.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down, a handoff to Penny. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. Steps away to his left. And Cook has it, left side. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down. Webb, this will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jeff Swaim, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Ravens add on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Murphy. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second down, Prescott. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mack. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's right. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hoping I ain't lose religion, text and prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, mostly yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, say the man got me on. Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All in my system, been the one I'm kissing. One might extensions that'll look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud in me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me, but I've been a genius. Caddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself, and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to